Yes, good morning. Yes, in the last lecture, we have studied about what is screw thread and what are its uses. Okay, today we will discuss about this thread terminology or nothing but this nomenclature of the thread. Okay, then what is this terminology? Terminology, in the sense, we will differentiate, we will give some names to the parts of the thread. Some names will be given. Example, you take a pen. Okay, Eh, you take a pen. The upper part you call it as a cap, right? The middle part you call it as a body, right? And the end part you call with some, right? Like that, in this thread also, what are these upper positions and what is with what name we have to call the lower position, that and all that is known as terminology. Okay, right. In this thread terminology, just you go through this figure. See, okay, in any thread, you can see these v-shaped curves. Okay, these v-shaped curves. Okay, so this v shape consists of one upper point and one lower point. Okay, in this other side also this consists of one upper point and one lower point, and such that those two upper points are in one line and those two lower points are in one line. Okay, so the basic first terminology in this thread profile or in the threads is crest. What is crest? See, let us take in the left hand side, this is a thread. Okay, in a left hand side you take it is a thread. If you zoom it, you can come the right side option. See, right side photograph. See, whatever the upper position, top positions of v shape, top positions of v shape, those are called crest. Okay, you see, the top positions of the V shape or else the threads are known as crest. Whatever the lower positions, downward points, those are known as roots. First thing, the top positions or else the hills, those are known as crest, and the valleys, those are known as root. First, crest and root. Whatever the top position is known as crest, and whatever the lower position or the downward point is known as root. Okay, this is the crest and root. Okay, now come to this picture. See, you know what are all the top positions, those are called crest. What are all the downward positions, those are called roots. Yes, see, here you find you can able to see some a b c. Okay, d and e. See the thing, this d positions are called crest and e positions are called roots. Okay, then what are these a b and c? See, a is the distance from, see, this distance, the distance between two upper positions, the distance between two upper positions or else the crest. Okay, this crest, whatever the distance, those diameter, this distance in a circular rod, that is known as a diameter. Okay, whatever the diameter that is formed by joining all these crests, okay, that is known as major diameter of a thread. That is known as major diameter of a thread. The diameter that is formed by crests, okay, that is known as major diameter. Then you go for c, you concentrate on c. If you concentrate on c, those lines are moving on the roots. So whatever the diameter that is formed by joining all the roots, that is known as minor diameter of a thread. Major diameter and minor diameter. Okay, first thing is crest and the second thing is root. Okay, crest and root. Third one is major diameter, fourth one is minor diameter. Okay, Now you know about A, C, D and E. Then what is B? Yeah, what is B? See, you observe B. You observe B. uh, B is passing between A and C. B is passing between A and C. That is, B is passing between A and C. So B is known as pitch diameter. Pitch diameter. Pitch diameter in the sense, see, this is in between. This is not exactly on the uh, crest side. This is not on the root side. In between these two, a center line, and on the either side the same center line, that is known as pitch diameter. Okay, A is known as major diameter, B is known as pitch diameter, and C is known as minor diameter. Okay, and next D and E. D is known as crest and E is known as root. So these are all the basic terminology. Now you come across all these: major diameter, pitch diameter, minor diameter, and crest and root. Okay, yes. Next, see, major diameter. Now you can go through these lines. The largest diameter of a bolt at the crest. See, what, when you join all the crest, however that will be the largest diameter. So the largest diameter of a bolt at the crest or the diameter of the roots or a nut. Those are known major diameter. The diameter halfway between the major diameter and minor diameter, that is known as pitch diameter. Next, minor diameter, the small diameter of a root of a bolt at the roots, or the diameter at the crust of a nut, that is known as minor diameter. See, in this you see these top positions are known as crest and the bottom positions are known as root. Then what is this inclined lines? Those inclined lines we call it as slants or else slope. Okay, then what is this vertical height? The height between this root and the crest, vertical height, that is known as height of a thread. Okay, height of a thread. Then what is this pitch? We are seeing about this pitch. Pitch is the distance between two crests. The distance between two crests, successive crests. The distance between two successive crests, or else the distance between two roots, that is known as pitch of a thread. So crest, root, major diameter, minor diameter, pitch diameter, these are basic thread terminology. In every thread you will be finding crest, root, and whatever these slants. Okay, major diameter, minor diameter. Okay, yeah. Now, types of threads. In our daily life we come across several types of threads. You will be seeing some several kinds of threads. Okay, in that, see, let us go this: right hand thread, next left hand thread, metric thread, acme thread, internal threads, external threads, pipe threads, square threads. All these are generally we refer as the types of threads. In our syllabus we have some few types of threads. Those are external threads and internal threads. First thing, you can also call it as a one classification: external threads and internal threads. See, what are these external threads? See, when we observe a bolt, you will be finding the threads on that bolt. In the sense, on the circumference of that rod you are finding threads. So those threads are called external threads. External ante bayata. Okay, these threads are known as external threads. And internal threads, see, here you take a nut, you find threads inside the nut, so those are called internal threads. If you find any thread inside the body, or inside the object, those are known as internal threads. Okay, internal threads are in a nut, external threads are in a bolt. Okay, these external and internal threads. Next, what is thread profile? What is thread profile? Thread profile means it is nothing but the typo or else configuration. See, typo in the sense uh, crest and root some separate dimensions and separate what we say, if you take some two different threads that will be having some major diameter x and another will be having some major diameter y, like that. So for each and every thread there will be some profiles, some depending upon the crest, root, and those are called thread profiles. It is the configuration of a thread which is composed of crest, root, and flank. Okay, that is known as thread profile. See, in our syllabus we can call this these many thread profiles we are having in general in our mechanical department or else mechanical engineering, whether it may be in diploma or else engineering, we'll be having some these many important types of thread profiles we have to study. Okay, see what are they? What are they? See, sharp V thread, first one. Next, BSW thread. Okay, BSW thread, that is known as British Standard Whitworth thread. British Standard Whitworth thread. Next, third one, buttress thread. Fourth one, square thread. Fifth one, Acme thread. Sixth one, knuckle thread. See, first one we call it upon sharp thread. Now we observe this figure. In figure, you concentrate on sharp V thread. See, can you able to see? Yes. See, you consider this is as a thread profile of sharp V. Sharp V. See, the distance or else the height of sharp V thread should be 0.87. If the height of a thread is 0.87 times of the pitch, then that thread is known as sharp V thread. And in sharp V thread the distance between two slants or else this is known as thread angle. Whatever the 60 degrees that is shown in the figure, that we can call as thread angle, the distance between two slants. Okay, that is, I mean the angle, sorry, the angle between two slants, that is known as thread angle. Okay, in sharp V thread that thread angle will be 60 degrees and the height should be 0.87 times of pitch. Then what is the 0.87 times of pitch means? See, in this figure you take you are seeing about this p, right? It is the vertical distance, sorry, horizontal distance p, one crest to another crest, whatever the distance we have marked it as a p. Then what is this height means? Let us take p as 30 mm. Let us take p as 30 mm. Then what should be the height? Height should be 0.87 times of p, in the sense 0.87 into 30. Whatever you calculate and you do, that should be that height. Then only we call that thread as a sharp V thread. Means angle should be 60 and height should be 0.87 times of p. In each and every thread profile, these are the changes we will, and these are the changes that encounter. Okay, see, this is the sharp V thread. Next, Whitworth thread. See, in Whitworth thread, what you observe, in sharp V thread angle is 60 degrees, in Whitworth thread it is 55 degrees. One change, first change 55 degrees. Whatever the p, that is same. What is the height? In sharp V thread it is 0.87, in Whitworth thread it is 0.64. You have to remember this, definitely. The angle should be 55 degrees in Whitworth thread and the height should be 0.64. Why V thread is known as sharp V thread? Because whatever the V, that is exactly sharp at the corners, but in Whitworth those are not at the sharp. There will be a radius of 0.14 pitch. 0.14 pitch. Let us take P as 30 mm again. The height of the Whitworth thread should be 0.64 into P. Whatever you calculate, the height should be that much. And what should be the radius? It should not be like sharp corners. There should be some radius, fillet type. I think fillet you will be coming in the software tools. that radius should be 0.14 times of p. So 0.14 into 30, whatever the radius you calculate, you have to mark that much radius on all the corners, on all the edges. Then that thread profile is known as Whitworth thread profile. Okay, next, buttress. You see, in the buttress thread profile, what is thread angle? Thread angle is 45 degrees. Okay, thread angle is 45 degrees. And let us take P is the same 30 mm. And what is the height? Height is 0.66 times of P. Okay, so height should be 0.66 into 30, and thread angle should be 45 degrees, and the profile should be like this. Okay, one side some vertical and another side should be slant. Then this profile is known as buttress profile. Next is square profile. See, the name itself says the profile will be in the form of square shape. See, observe this square profile. P is what? The distance between two crests. Okay, P. You take it as 30 mm. Okay. So in order to have a square shape, what should be the this one? 0.5 times of pitch. Okay. 0.5 times of the pitch and 0.5 times of the pitch. Then that will be a square profile. Next, acme. Acme profile. See, in acme profile, the thread angle will be 29 degrees. The thread angle will be 29 degrees, and whatever the topmost width will be 0.37 times of pitch. Let us take P is 30. Then the topmost width should be 0.37 into 30 mm. Whatever the your answer comes, that should be the width. Okay, and the thread angle should be 29 degrees. Definitely you have to maintain this thread angle 29 degrees, and this width and the height. See, the height is 0.5 times of the pitch. In the same as in the square shape also, the height is 0.5 times of the pitch. Okay, the same thing, but in V and Whitworth it is 0.87 and it is 0.64, and in buttress 0.66. These are all the heights you have to you have to remember, and these are all the thread angles you have to remember. Why? Because in the external exams they will be asking draw Whitworth profile, draw buttress thread profile, or else draw acme thread profile, like that. So you have to draw this. Okay, next, worm thread. This is not that much important, but we can go through this. Same, the thread angle will be 29 degrees like of acme thread. Okay, here the topmost width is 0.37 in acme, but in this worm thread that is 0.34, a small change. Okay, and in the height it is 0.5 times of the P in acme, but in the worm thread that is 0.69 of P. Okay, 0.69 into P. Those are the three changes from acme and worm thread. Okay, so these are the types of thread profiles. What are the important thread profiles? Sharp V thread, BSW thread, buttress thread, square thread, acme thread, and knuckle thread. Okay, these are all the thread profiles. Okay, we will stop here. In the next lecture we will draw these profiles. Okay, that will be for a diploma candidate. This will be the first question in your internal exam or else in external exam. Definitely he will ask draw a thread profile. Definitely 100% first thing, draw a thread profile. Okay, yes. Okay, in the next session we will go by drawing all these thread profiles by using pencil. Okay, yes guys, for the next session you come on with pencil and scale. Okay, right, bye.